Okay, ready? We're in. Welcome, boys and girls, to Warhammer
Welcome.
40k Fire Warrior for PS2. Holy shit, your keyboard is really loud.
It can be.
Alright, so we're going right into this.
Let's do this.
Okay, so, new game. Yes, no training. Do you want to... I think yes. I picked new game for a reason.
I I like that it was no. You had to specifically move the cursor. Oh god, it's got like an intro
Oh yeah.
credits.
Oh yes.
Wait, did that say Seth MacFarlane?
Probably not. Either that or it's a different Seth MacFarlane. So, this is a first-person shooter game where you play as a Tau Fire Warrior from Warhammer 40k, as in those guys standing behind that guy with the staff. Now, I know a little bit about this game, and the funny part is it skips out on the best part of Tau military, the giant mecha robots that they ride around in, and you just play as the skimpy Fire Warrior who's bad at close combat.
Ooh baby.
Also, this is a weird game. This is a weird game where you play you play the entire game as a Xeno race, and the Imperium is depicted as the villains. So it has a kind of unique juxtaposition from your average 40k game. And now we're seeing Space Marines.
Just like Sonic 06 has.
This is the Sonic 06 of 40k games.
Do we get to make out with a human?
No.
Is that,
A
is that
very
what's gonna happen?
photorealistic human. No, that's heresy, and the human would be shot immediately afterward. We were going to do Civilization today, but I'm just overcoming a cold, and I really don't want to put thought into what I'm doing. So,
Though that will be coming soon, though. Civilization stream, where Drew tries to plan out a reasonable strategy to succeed, and I will be shouting, "Why don't we just go to nuclear war the entire time?" It'll be great.
okay, so I think this is kind of leeching off of things like Rainbow Six and what's it called? Like Star Wars Republic Commando. Also, they
God,
made
it's
them all
leeching
sound
off my
hyper Asian.
eyeballs.
They sound hyper Asian because they're Tau. Also, and up until I played this game, I loved the design of the Tau pulse rifle, and then you see it as from the first person view, and it's just a fucking rectangle.
I was gonna ask about that. Um, it looks worse. It legitimately looks worse than Armored Core weapons. Like
This
it's
is
got more detail, but this looks blockier and more ugly than like Armored Core 1 games.
a really ugly looking game, to be honest.
Oh, brother, it looks like it. Like this, if the character models were a little bit worse, this could definitely be PS1.
Oh god, the stick is inverted. The stick is inverted. I must fix this now.
Oh my god. Who does inverted stick in first person? That seems terrible.
Why is that the default? Oh, there we go. That's better. That's so much better.
I barely can stand when vehicles are reverse stick.
I like it for flight specific games, just because I play a lot of Ace Combat, and that's what I'm used to.
That's always what happens to me is whenever I play a game and its control is Orca 2, we are... Does Orca mean something different in the Warhammer universe?
Orca is the type of dropship. That's an Orca. That thing there is an Orca.
Okay, so at least we're not calling ourselves giant whale things.
We are a fire warrior named Kais. I know that much. Just because it's theorized that this Kais and Shasso Kais from Dawn of War might be the same person.
Oh, okay. We need to have a talk. I've seen games like this. The moving reticle makes me want to vomit.
The moving reticle.
Yeah. Like the weird auto aim, like the reticle moves to like the side of the thing to auto shoot somebody. That makes me want to vomit. I hate when games do that. It
Ah,
is.
sweet. I have a katana, and also the game is lagging.
Oh my god.
Why do I have a katana? Why do I have a katana? That is so bad. Why do I have a katana?
In a
Oh.
world where like weird gene stealer monster things will eat your soul,
Tau don't
or
use close combat weapons. Why do I have a katana?
why are we shooting human-esque creatures?
They're not human-esque creatures. They're actually humans. They're Imperial Guard.
That's so not right. From everything I know about Warhammer, humans are largely considered inferior and
Oh,
weak.
oh no. Tau physically are the weakest race. Actually,
That's why they're not good at close combat, correct?
yeah. We're actually playing a first-person shooter game, like the most in-your-face, combat-heavy type of game, as the most frail race in the 40k universe.
But I mean, that's the whole point of why Tau have like the big guns and the big
The
like
big mecha
mech.
suits.
Yeah.
That we don't get to use. Well, the pulse rifle is still like one of the best like default infantry weapons in the game, like on the tabletop. Which I don't understand why the game thinks I want to use a freaking las rifle instead of it.
I realize
Oh,
what you're.
oh, damn. There was like a
You're.
commissar in there with a chainsword.
Oh boy. How are the controls? Are they stiff? They look stiff.
It's pretty stiff. The lag isn't helping either.
Oh
It
god.
plays like a really shitty Medal of Honor clone.
And Metal Armor was already a pretty shitty. Oh my god, I hate when the reticle does that. Because that just fucks with me. Because it's like the whole point of having a first-person shooter is that you have free control of your body and your head. And when the game decides to take matters in its own hands, it just seems like it gets in the way.
Also, I love that we're diving into trenches with pulse rifles. Like, these guns are like, if you stand them on end, they're as tall as the people wielding them. Why are we running around in close combat with these?
Maybe you should just tape that katana to the end of it.
Have a spear. I mean, and they even have shorter versions of the las rifle. I mean, not las rifle, pulse rifle. They have the pulse carbines. Why aren't we using pulse carbines right now?
You're assuming whoever was responsible for developing this game knew much more than the basics of Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, good point. Because I know what the final boss to this game is, and it's hilariously bad.
Also, your gun looks like a block of cheese.
I hate the default Tau paint job. Alright, there's that fucking commissar. Let's kill his ass.
Fucking looks like Russell Crowe from Les Mis.
Why is this guy red? He's wearing red camo.
I'm kind of in awe on how just awful this game looks.
This is
I'm sure
really
the
bad.
sound. I'm sure the sound's really bad.
Oh, this game is fucking terrible. Oh, I like how we're not using any of the cool technology that Tau have. Like, there's no gun drones, there's no crisis suits, there's nothing.
To be fair, that would resemble a better game, which is not what they're going for.
Oh, that and
So you said this is
this is from the era of
widely.
PS2 where all textures look like everything was made of rock.
Yeah. Even like the metal looks like it's rock.
Oh,
Hot off the heels of Dwayne the Rock Johnson's fantastic run in the Fed.
what?
E- Everything must look like the Rock.
Okay, take a guess at what jump is.
Up? No. Is it one of the triggers or like one of the bumpers?
It's L1.
What's
it's
A?
X. X doesn't
Or,
appear
yeah,
to do
X.
anything. Oh.
You mean the most basic and easy to reach button doesn't do anything?
At least not that I can tell at the moment. Also, the game is slowed down a lot. Okay, there's an Imperial Sentinel up there. And if to give you an idea of what a Sentinel is, it's basically an ATST.
How do you reload?
Well, not with that one. Circle.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna run past that Sentinel and pretend it's not there.
Are you sure you can get past?
Yeah, it seems to be part of the background.
Okay.
And has fire coming out of it. I guess it's dead. So wait, there's a Sentinel here, but there's no crisis suits.
Stop trying to make sense of things. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh man.
I mean, the PS2 is full of like games like this. So, is there anything notable about it that makes it worse than the worst of the worst of those, other than the fact that it's just terrible canonically?
It. These controls are really like awful. I'm not gonna lie. What is this? Is that a multi-las? Oh, okay. X is my interact button. Okay.
God, that seems terrible.
Alright, so now I don't know where to go. What is this? What? Ugh.
A lighting fixture, maybe? Also, what is with the flashing?
I'm being bombed. Like there's wee boom noises.
Yeah, but why does it need the flash? That just looks irritating.
It is very irritating. And I don't know where to fucking go now. Oh, there we go. I opened that.
You just didn't push the button hard enough.
And yeah, this is a multi-las. That's not connected to anything.
Well, it's the future. Things can fire without any help or will.
Yes, something that a gun that in what's it called? Rogue Trader. They specifically described that it requires a man wearing a pack to be able to use. I guess I have to use this now.
In my mind, at this point in the future, all guns don't have any sort of trigger. You just fire them by saying pew.
A Metal that relies on the inferior technology of the Guela. Yay! Guela is the Tal word for human.
I'm sure that was funny to somebody, Drew.
No, it wasn't meant to be funny. I was just...
Yeah. It doesn't even, like... it looks like I'm watching, like, something from, like, Unity. Like, nowadays with, like, the Steam Unity pack and all that. And just asset flips. It just looks so ugly.
Fuck that. I feel like I'm playing somebody's shitty Quake mod.
Quake will control so much better than this looks like it controls.
Like I said, somebody's shitty Quake mod. Whoa. Hold on. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I like how my pulse rifle has a scope on it, but I can't seem to use it.
I mean, because why would you need to? You're in the trenches for some reason.
Well, I'm gonna have this big scary rifle with a scope on it. I might as well be able to fucking use the goddamn scope.
Also, the spread fire of that gun is really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think, like, in the year 40,000, they'd be able to make guns that fire a little bit more accurately.
Oh, I can't wait till I have to fight people. Oh, I bet you when this is all said and done, I'm gonna be like because of how much like Imperial weapons I'm picking up. I bet you I'm gonna be running around with like bolters and stuff by the end of this. Because that's completely accurate. A Tau would totally run around using a bolter.
Oh my god, we're back here?
Oh my god. This is not fun. This is a very bad game. I hate this.
I at least enjoyed the Zoids game. This just seems...
This is just like oppressively bad.
This is like watching someone have to put down their cat.
The worst part about this for me is I actually play Tau in the tabletop. I'm one of the few people who are into 40k that actually kind of like the Tau. And... Oh, and I can't enjoy this game.
Well, to be fair, like you said, all the things that makes the Tau interesting are not present in this game.
That and this, I think this was one of the... I think this is the first, like, next-gen... Warhammer 40k game. Like, or a Warhammer 40k game of this type. Like an action-based one, the one that wasn't like a strategy game or anything. And it's a fucking Fire Warrior game.
What do you mean by that?
No, like, you think the first Warhammer 40k first-person shooter style game would be like something where you play as a Space Marine, right?
I mean, Space Marines are essentially the poster child.
Or at least like
So,
an
yes.
Imperial Guardsman or something. But no, we're a Fire Warrior. One of the Xeno races, not even like one of the popular Xeno races. Like people who are real like heavy into 40k don't really like the Tau, or at least constantly make jokes about them that make fun of them. Like the popular name for them online is the Weeboo Space Communists.
I mean, to be fair, if you would describe the Tau to
Shit.
me...
Hold on.
Okay. So, everyone chat. How are you? I don't know what that sound is, and I apologize for it.
Alright, I'm back.
This is...
I had a phone call I had to take. Okay, let's get back to this. Oh god, oh god, oh god. What am I doing? I seem to have changed fire mode somehow on my pulse rifle.
You're like a single shot now?
Yeah. Either that or it's like overheating or something.
I'm getting an echo, by the way.
Is that better?
No.
How about now?
Mm, oh, yeah, okay, it's gone. But, like I was saying before you left, if you were to describe the Tao to me in normal human, um, terms, we're talking about a bunch of weak people that have an insane fascination for giant robots.
Yep. And their leaders are actually controlling them via pheromones.
Just like nerds and women.
They're the least grimdark part of the grimdark future. Well, except for the whole being controlled via pheromones stuff.
I don't know, this still seems pretty grim. If this is the life of a Tau warrior, I don't want to know what life is like.
Also, they'll welcome any race that joins them. And there are even humans who defected and joined the Tau.
It's kind of like whenever
But
you're playing kickball on the playground and one team's getting beat real bad, so you send one of your better players to the other team.
Huh. But they castrate the humans that join them. So, they're weird.
You know, I wish I got paid to write Warhammer fluff. Because it is the easiest job in the world.
Tell that to Matt Ward.
Because you write whatever you want and you get like a nice paycheck. That seems to be the case.
Well, I mean, like, when you take Matt Ward in consideration, yes. Yes, that does seem to be the case. He just writes fan fiction all day.
And the dude probably makes more than you do in a year in one day.
He's like the most hated person in 40k.
To be fair, my interaction with most Warhammer players is that I take everything they say with literally a giant grain of salt.
No, Matt Ward legitimately writes bad fluff.
I assume he writes bad fluff, but I assume they all write bad fluff. I assume the good fluff is like finding good fluff in all of the fluff is like trying to find a marshmallow in snow and cotton. You're just not gonna have a good time.
I mean, there's a lot of good. Probably the best thing about the Warhammer 40k universe is all like the storyline and fluff text and whatnot.
It just seems like every time I read pieces of it, it just seems really, really, really dumb.
Now,
Like-
what have you read then?
Okay, I should correct myself. I read a couple different like recaps and like summaries of the basics, like plot line of like Space Marines and the Necrons and stuff. And then I've watched a couple of the videos where they like go through and talk about some of the more in-depth like storylines behind specific people and specific stuff. That's all the serious stuff I've done.
Because I've actually read like a couple of the books, and I've. If you want to read a good Warhammer 40k story, read Caiaphas Cain, Hero of the Imperium. It's sort of weird as far as 40k literature goes. It's sort of a dark comedy. It's about a guy an imperial noble who joined the he's like of noble blood, and he joined the commissariat because he thought he'd have a cushy desk job. And he became a commissar, and they keep stationing him in like the worst like asshole fuck you environments possible. And it's just about bad shit happening to him and him narrowly escaping it because he's being a coward, but yet still being called a hero because something happened that made him look heroic.
Sir Daniel Fortescue.
Sort of, yeah. Except he didn't die.
Yeah. I'm
Like, there's a part where he panics and, like, runs through a swarm of Tyranid gargoyles, frantically swinging his chainsword. And he somehow managed to kill all of them, and they're like, yes, the Commissar Kane has cut a path for us through the File Zetos. He's just like, ah. Huh. Yeah, I not even for like 40k fans, I just legitimately recommend Caiaphas Cain. It's a really good story. Yeah, there's a couple books of him too. I've only read Hero of the Imperium though.
God.
This also kind of feels like early Call of Duty when like it was really shitty.
Like Call of Duty, like 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Because 2 is actually pretty good.
Search for the door control. Okay. Alright, what did I even do? I don't know what I've done. Oh,
Ew.
fuck, that turret's still there. What? What's ew?
Okay, so I decided to do a little research into this game, just so I could talk about something that isn't how awful this game looks. And its promotional poster. Have you read about this?
No.
The promotional poster for this game read, "Who needs Halo?"
Oh. Oh. Oh, awfully presumptuous.
But here's where it gets ugly. Can you guess what it received as reviews?
Just like 0 out of everything for forever.
The PC version averaged about it got like a 6 from IGN and GameSpot, but IGN gave the PS2 version an 8.1 and it received a B- from Play Magazine. The PS2 version was reviewed by critics and fans all around, earning it a 7.1 on Game Rankings, so it was average.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm dead serious. I mean, this is...
You're joking with me. There's no way this got any more than 1. Like, this looks like a garbage... This looks like PS1. Like, this looks like a late PS1 game to me.
This is what the Wikipedia article says. Also, there was a book released that explores the plot of this game and takes a close look at Tau culture.
I'd read the book. Don't get me wrong. There's not enough books that really touch with the Tau. Like, there's a ton of 40k literature. Like, a fucking shit ton, actually. But
like I said, you can kind of just write whatever and get paid.
Like I said, some of the 40k literature I've read is really good. Battle of the Fang was a really good story too. It's about an elaborate revenge plot by the Thousand Sons to get back at the Space Wolves for burning their planet during the Heresy. You know what I kind of miss, though? Magic novels. It doesn't seem like they make those very much anymore.
They don't, because they switched to like weekly articles to describe story rather than the novels.
Because I remember when the Fat Packs came with a novel. That was like the draw to buying a Fat Pack. Was you got the novel for the set, and there's 3 novels for every block.
Ooh, in this game you can unlock a bonus feature such as left-handed weapon.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I can't wait to have a left-handed weapon.
To be fair, that is pretty unique. Like, when was the last time you played a first-person shooter where you were left-handed?
A few PC shooters I've played have had have that. Yeah, have had that in the settings where you can change which hand the weapon is. The one on Real Game I had, you made it so you can set them from the middle, like a Doom game.
Yes, because who doesn't love having a machine gun coming out of their
Like directly out of their chest.
chest? Yeah. Oh my god. So, this article is from 2003. November 18th, 2003. Graphics. Making textures look great and the interface smooth is important to Fire Warrior. This game definitely looks polished and well designed.
Nick, look at this particle
My favorite.
effect.
I am. I'm looking at it.
Keep reading the article. I want the irony.
My favorite graphical flourish is the directional pointer. Some missions are guided along through the HUD. Look away from the target and a green triangle shows the correct direction. Face the target and a number representing distance is displayed between two brackets. Sure, it may sound too easy, but it's guesswork from the grunt work. It takes the guesswork from the grunt work and got me back in the action as quick as it could. The frame rate here is almost always speedy and accurate. Quick turns are handled well, and it's no brainer to run around in the battle weaving all the time. The only time there was slowdown, it was a monstrous significant one. Running up some stairs while explosions and visual effects were going off, thanks to the graphics engine, dropped the frame rate to maybe 5 a second. Oh god, there's no music?
Actually, yeah, listening to this closely, there is no music. Although, since this game seems kind of low end, I prefer there wouldn't be any music because low end game music is usually really bad. Like loops a lot and is really not well put together.
So I'll get into a rant in a little bit, but this article is the reason why I wanted to check this article out is I think IGN may be one of the shittiest companies to do what they do. Like, they're just consistently bad at their job, it feels. The verdict of Warhammer 40k Fire Warrior for the PS2. Fire Warrior takes a standard first-person adventure and does a good job of providing a continuous adventure in an established world. The look and feel of Warhammer 40k and solid design combined for a fun, if a bit brainless, bit of FPS action. Hardcore FPS fans will find little new here, but it's perfect for fans of the original game and others looking for a quick shoot-'em-up. If you're hoping for an ecstatic online deathmatch extravaganza, you're looking in the wrong place. With just a few maps to choose from and only 3 modes with little customization, there's a lot missing. While the play is smooth and fun, there's not enough here for keep gamers coming back for more. The game got rated an 8.1, which in IGN standards as of November 18th, 2003, great. The presentation got an 8. Menus pop up and glide about nicely. Graphics in and out of the game complement each other. 8.5 for graphics. Solid character design and textures from a believable world. A smooth frame rate makes it even better.
And again, we laugh at the graphics rating, but this was like the standard for the time, sort of.
Yeah. Sound was a 7.5. The sound populated full of nice sound effects, but a few bad voice actors who can't find their accent. Gameplay got an 8. And here's my favorite. Lasting Appeal got an 8. With easy level access after completion, it's quick to try any mission over again. For speed and accuracy, a bit of online helps as well. So this game is great. We are playing a great game.
I guess Eric's watching. I guess a friend of ours is watching. Cool.
Hello.
I actually forgot to put chat on the screen. Shit.
I have chat open.
Oh, this game is so fucking good!
It's great. It's great.
Oh. Why are these Imperial Guard wearing red camo? Why? Die already! Like, they're just bullet sponges. Like, there's no tactics or anything here.
It literally just seems like, because it got marketed as Who Needs Halo, right? But like,
Who needs Halo? When you could be a weeboo space communist.
this just feels like they didn't. There's like no real. It doesn't seem like the level design's any good.
This game is just back-ass words, completely. Then I have no way of shutting down this turret, so like every time I leave, I get shot in the ass. Oh, I'm gonna go get this barrel of health. There we go, good.
I
Alright.
love how the health is a.
It's a jug of Ecto Cooler.
Yeah. I mean, God, didn't they bring that back?
Yeah, briefly. I had some of it during Halloween. It was good. Let's look at this beautiful particle effect that looks like it's shooting like little like sticky burrs. Like the
It looks like
Jaggerbush
it's
things.
shooting like little bugs, little green bugs.
I'm gonna take a quick second to actually put chat on my screen so I can fucking see it.
That is. See, you say that, but that's the thing, right? We picked up a katana earlier.
Yeah, I have a katana.
I don't think you have the katana anymore, but I know you had it at the beginning. I think you died before you hit a checkpoint with it. So you can totally do melee in this game. 0 out of 10 for realism. 8.1 out of 10. Great game, IGN.
Okay, like, alright, let me see if I can re-equip the... There we go. I have the katana equipped.
Did he just make a blocking stance?
Yeah! I'm just gonna, like, deflect the las rounds like I'm a fucking Jedi. Let's do this.
Aren't we in Super Mega Ultra Future where...
It does nothing! Yay!
There we go, it can't do melee. 10 out of 10 for realism.
Do it! Oh.
What?
Oh, it's bringing my cold back.
But we're in the Super Ultra... Yeah, 10 out of 10 again. We're in the Super Ultra Mega Future, right? Like... What are you gonna block with a piece of metal? Doesn't even look like it was like a soup.
To be fair, tell that to an orc.
But they're special. They just don't know how special they are.
Orcs will literally run into battle with pieces of scrap metal. Oh god, fuck you! I hate this game. Like, I am one of the people that would be, like, first in line to try and defend this game, and I can't. I like first-person shooters. I play the Tau. I like Tau. This is so bad. Alright, so since I know we're not going to get to it...
What would you do if I told you that I found...
Good.
What would you tell you if I found a list of, like, the top 10 Warhammer 40k games, and this was on it?
No. Then again, I can't actually rattle off 10 Warhammer 40k games just off the bat, so... so it probably have to be.
You just say, like, Dawn of War 2, like, twice. Just
Dawn
to
of War
fill
2 and Dawn of War 2 Retribution are two very different games, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so... since I know we're not going to get to it, I know what the final boss of this game is. It's a Lord of Change, a Greater Demon of Tzeentch. You play as a Fire Warrior. One Fire Warrior. A Fire Warrior. Not in a Crisis suit or anything. that takes down a greater demon of Tzeentch by itself. By itself. Just that is one Fire Warrior who earned its points back. I would play that actually.
Sister edition.
I would actually play that. Not gonna lie. I mean, it'd be horrible, but like you get to be a Grey Knight, I guess. I'll take that over this. Come, sister, I need your blood to be my shield. Just rip her open like a Capri Sun and dump her all over your body.
I like to imagine that
Okay.
it's more civilized than that. He has the little Capri Sun straw and
You
then
get the
pokes
fuck
out the
out of here
back
with
of
your
it.
chain sword. Oh god, no. It's Commissar Hacky Slashy.
Okay. I would like to ask another question.
Okay.
Why is the indication that you were hit by a melee weapon just a white slash across your screen?
Because he cut my eyes.
Do you even have eyes that are exposed?
No, I'm wearing a big dorky Fire Warrior helmet. Well, at least I don't think so. Well, it implies that I have a visor on, so I probably am wearing the big dorky Fire Warrior helmet. Also, we're fighting the fucking Death Corps of Krieg. Or at least Imperial Guard that really look like the Death Corps of Krieg.
Dude, on my end, it just looks like we're fighting a bunch of gray and brown blobs that are sometimes a little bit red.
The character models in this are pretty bad. Like, really bad. Can I have
And
a-
like we mentioned, this game is, 14 years old at this point. Getting close to 14 years old, so...
Oh man, still inexcusable.
But, like, Halo came out before this.
Who needs Halo?
And Halo looked a bunch better. And this game, I think, came out
To
on
be
the PC first.
Okay, this came out on the PC first. That's a little bit inexcusable. I was going to say, because Halo does have an advantage over this in the fact that Xbox had a better graphics processor than PS2.
At least I think the PC version came out first, and then this one came out. But I don't think they came out far enough for there to be a real difference in development.
I was like, because Halo shits on this.
I mean, to be fair, I went back and played like the first Halo recently.
Still shits on this.
Yeah, it's not as good as you remember it being.
Oh no, I've played it semi-recently, I know.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. I think this, and I understand
Ah,
that wherever we are in the Warhammer universe, this may be the color palette of this world, and other worlds might have a better color palette. But it's just I feel like we've been looking at the same screen for about 45 minutes.
to be fair, I've been repeating the same part for like 20.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I expect that when I watch you play a video game because
Shut
let's be
up.
fair here.
Oh no, Commissar Hacky Slash is coming for me.
I'm still not quite sure what games you are good at because we've established that you're not very good at most of the games we played.
I don't think anybody can be actually good at this game. This is pretty bad.
There was an entry on speedruns.com.
Shut up. There's nobody speedruns this. You can't be serious.
There was one speedrun. There's 4 different categories on speedruns.com, and there was one entry in one of the categories.
Tell me it was like Critical or somebody who does like really, really bad games.
Oh, I didn't recognize the name, but he beat the game on easy in like a little bit less than 3 hours. That is right, you are pretty shit at the game of life.
I am.
Both in board and in skin.
I haven't played the Game of Life in like forever. I hate that game. Okay, so I think I'm actually doing better with the las rifle than I was the pulse rifle, which is bullshit.
Hey man, the Tau have to be bad at everything for this game to be realistic.
Okay, they're good at one thing, and it's technology. That's like their racist thing. Like, they're shit at everything but technology.
Japan, the faction.
It's funny because they're like based on Asian people.
It's really funny. I'm gonna tell this story, and it's gonna sound really weird. And I promise you, I wasn't that young when we talked about it. But when you first started talking to me about Warhammer, and you were like, "Yeah," and then there's the Tau, and they're really cool, and I think they're my favorite. I always thought you said towel.
The towel. No, that's actually kind of funny because in one of the Dawn of War games, when you have a Kroot Shaper and you're playing as the towel, and he's like, "I am sworn to fight for the towel."
So to this day, I can't think of the Tau without thinking of a small light blue, kind of rough fabric laying on the ground for you to wipe your feet on.
To be fair, that's how the Imperium see them.
What did you say? Towel? Yeah, I mean, that's because kids are stupid, though. I was like 19 when I thought Drew said towel. If you didn't catch that, my girlfriend's last name is Tao, T-O-U. And she said that, like, kids in kindergarten used to say towel because, you know, kids are stupid.
Fucking Commissar Dickfuck. I hate you.
Is the dude wearing any armor?
No. Probably not. No, he's probably wearing like a light carapace armor under his uniform or something.
Okay. So, in the year 2000 and whatever, we have like bulletproof vests and stuff. But according to Call of Duty, a couple shots will down somebody. You know, you don't need much to down somebody. In the year, whatever year Halo takes place in,
that's 2252.
Yeah.
I believe, or 2552, one of the two.
There's like power armor and stuff, and you can take a whole bunch of damage, and then the power armor will like regen somehow, and you'll be fine. But you could take a good bit of beating. You could take like a grenade and still be okay. And in the year 40,000, apparently you don't even need armor. No rank.
I have no rank. Additional task failed. Okay.
32 minutes.
Well done, Kais.
But in the year 40,000, you can wear essentially just a t-shirt and futuristic weapons that are designed to be able to like shoot through as much as it can possibly shoot through, can barely damage you.
No,
This is your first.
no, it's you're playing as a fire warrior named Kais.
Like Kais Sal or something like that.
And it's implied that he might be Shasso Kais from Dawn of War.
Ooh.
Lucia.
Spoilers, but you get promoted halfway through the game.
Do I become a Shasso?
It looks like it could be pronounced Shasui. Shasu?
Shasui? You mean I'm not a Shasui already?
You're a Shasla.
Oh wait, yeah, Shasui is the lowest one.
Because last mission was actually your first mission,
So I'm
according to the
La
plot
Kais.
summary. This game takes place over a period of 24 hours. Have the Tau developed a way where they don't have to like stop to take a poop or something?
Yes. I imagine that's built into their suits. I want to see how good the las pistol is. Let's try this.
Who needs Halo? Let's see if this pistol holds up.
Freaking las pistol.
Are you?
See, that's what's probably on my head right now.
Oh my god, that looks like.
I'll be honest. I don't really like the actual design of a Fire Warrior. Like I said, I like Tau for their mecha.
That's because you're a giant weeb.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of mecha, whatever the company's name is releasing Big O on Blu-ray later this year.
Oh, sweet. Oh, look, Lehman Russ.
The Rocketeer. Do you get to play in a vehicle at all in this game?
Like the Rocketeer. I don't think so. The bits I've seen, no, you don't. And oh, by the way, we'll probably be slaughtering Space Marines like towards the end of this game if we actually ever make it there. Because one Fire Warrior
Which, if
can
I
kill
have
an
seen it,
entire
we will
chapter
not.
of Space Marines. Oh. You know what's funny? These las rifles that the Imperial Guard have still do about the same, like in universe, still do about the same damage as like a normal firearm. They just slightly burn you more. They're just somehow easier to produce than stubber guns, I guess, as they're called in.
You know how sometimes in life, when you
Oh, look, he's stuck.
like stumble across something that like you feel maybe hasn't been looked at or thought about in years. I just discovered this webpage, and
Oh, goody.
his name is Terry Greer. I don't know if that name rings a bell at all.
Tell me it's like an old like GeoCities website or something, please.
It's terrygreer.com. And apparently he worked on Fire Warrior, and he did the initial level like specifications, audio scripts.
He did a great job.
Level creation and mock-up, scripting and implementation of set pieces. He didn't get to work on it to the very end because apparently the developing company of this game hit financial problems and wasn't able to like renew all the contractors they brought on to help design the game.
Find the blue key. What is this, Doom?
At least Doom, other than I forget what port it was, would have like a cool soundtrack. To be fair, this would be pretty bad. I would like it with like a nice, solid Doom soundtrack. But then again, I think most shooters are much better with a Doom soundtrack.
Anything's better with the Doom soundtrack. Are you kidding me?
He then made a little post about the reception of the game. And he says, it received mixed reviews, which was a shame. It's still a fun game to play, and a lot was squeezed into a very small space on the PS2. And he claims the artwork was exceptional and had some very talented working on the game to bring Warhammer 40k to life.
Well, I've seen some of the character art for this. It's actually not bad. Like, the cover art for this is pretty cool.
Now, I will say, he has a little thing here of screenshots on the game of the parts of the game that he mainly worked on, and they are 1 billion times better than what I'm looking at right now. So, if we keep playing this game, it looks like we'll get to an area where the game won't look like a giant piece of poop. Because these screenshots actually do look really good.
I'm also getting like a little bit of... Wait, does this guy have an actual like gun? Holy shit, I found a stubber. Are you serious? that guardsman had a stubber.
Also on his website, he has like a list of like all the various Fire Warrior level design documents and in-game dialogue, which I'm sure are very interesting. It's just a real shame that this guy looks like he put a lot of work into what he did, and this is what the result was.
I still can't believe Tom Baker. They got Tom Baker for the opening of this game, like the opening narration of this game.
To be fair, it sounds like Tom Baker would just take like $20 to do anything at this point.
True.
I'm going to be very honest, and this is my lack of familiarity with Tom Baker. Has he done anything severely notable other than be the Doctor?
Not that I can personally think of. I'm not wildly familiar with his entire career, though.
Because like every time I hear anyone talk about Tom Baker, it's literally just as the Doctor.
He was actually
So
legitimately good as the narrator and Death in Medieval Resurrection.
yeah, but I mean like
Like, I actually enjoyed him, like, and that was, like, when I initially got the game back in the day, when it was still new. And I
yeah.
didn't even know who Tom Baker was, so.
Oh, I'm here. That goes to my point though. Is maybe he actually has a much more extensive career as a voice actor, similar to like Mark Hamill, who he's honestly, if he wasn't Luke Skywalker, he'd be like one of the most revered voice actors. But because he's Luke Skywalker, it kind of drowns out his voice acting.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's to the point, though, where more people know him as the Joker than they do Luke Skywalker.
I no way. That is the most wrong thing you've probably ever said in your life.
Or at least it's almost, like, comparable now.
I mean, in like the circle jerk community that you probably hang out in, probably, but I bet you like 90% of the people
What
you talk
circle
to.
jerk community do you think I... What the... Where did you even get that?
Because like nerds tend to hang around other nerds, so we tend to get like this general like idea that like, oh, I know this, so like, and all my friends know this, so this is probably common knowledge, and everything is slowing down.
Do 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 do. I like that the scope actually has like when it's kind of doing the Halo thing where whatever's. Yeah, actually, an echo chamber would be a good description for what you were trying to say. Oh shit!
Yeah.
There's a Lehman Russ that's actually moving.
I just prefer the term circle jerk, but yeah, it's the same thing.
Everything is slowing down.
God, you know, I would love to see more of this game, but I value my life and my eyeballs, so I hope you die. And I hope this game crashes, so we can do something more interesting. This game's so bad.
This game is terrible. And thinking that it must be extra shitty knowing that the backup game I chose is actually a really good game.
Well, it's even better because if you remember that the first thing we did in this game was have to fix the controls because the controls were essentially unplayable.
I wouldn't call inverted y-axis unplayable, but yeah.
In a first-person shooter, it feels pretty unplayable because, like, even back then, I can't think of too many first-person shooter games where they had the inverted y-axis.
I don't feel like... you realize we're on the second level now?
Yeah, I know.
Does it feel like anything has changed?
No.
Does this feel like level 2?
No, we could have basically just hit like a fancy checkpoint that summed up what we did, because we're in the same world. Granted, like I said, this game apparently takes place over 24-ish hours.
So basically
like,
the
I
whole
imagine...
game looks like this, is what you're saying.
Well, no, because I'm looking at these screenshots, and like you go into like a prison thing, and you go into this huge complex, where it looks like kind of like a sewer thing.
Oh, there's always a sewer level in there. Oh, the door closed. Yeah. Oh, that's so bad. The door closed. Oh my god.
For the most part, it's. But like once we get past this part, it looks like it gets a little better. And like I said, the graphics look a lot better. So here's what I've determined about the Commissars. They are Superman that are trying to kill you with like twigs.
They also have like rubber arms that just wildly flail, like they're like a wacky arm wavy inflatable tube man with a chain sword.
Because it looks like you can't do any damage to them.
But their fighting style is so graceful.
But they also can't do too much damage to you.
Oh.
Like more of the game looks like this, where we are right now, than it does.
So it looks like
the
every
outside
Star Wars game.
And to think, I could be eating white chocolate honey cheesecake right now.
White chocolate honey. You said words, and they just made up this amalgamation of things that sound delicious. Reasons I'm fat. Although with how much you talk about food on this stream and how much I don't talk about food, you start to wonder why I'm the fat one.
That's because you're you're too busy eating.
Too busy eating. Just between every word.
Also, because of my internet, I'm usually not the one who's streaming. So you're the one who's like focusing on the gameplay, and I'm the one that's just talking. So I just like go to whatever, the thing that pops up in my brain first.
Although to be fair, last stream we did spend like 20 minutes talking about currywurst.
Oh my god, April made it again the other day. It's still just as good. It's so fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that sometime soon.
I highly recommend it. You get put it on a nice bun, get some good chips with it. By chips I mean French fries. But it was so good.
So how did you enjoy your first experience at Piper's Pub?
Oh, it was really good. All four of us were in love, and it was really funny because I did the whiskey flight, and I was I was really happy, and I got a couple beers as well, and I got the shepherd's pie. We split the sausage roll thing, which was really good.
Oh, the sausage rolls with the HP sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then I got the shepherd's pie, and I was the only one who got the shepherd's pie. Everyone else got pie and mash, this grilled lamb chop thing or something like that. And my buddy got brisket mac and cheese.
That sounds really good. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, but mine was the best because I was just
oh yeah, the lemon water chestnut shepherd's pie there is just the best.
And then once again, I proved why I'm the best because we're we got to get dessert, right? This place is too good not to try the dessert. And it was good. All the people around me got the chocolate chip oatmeal cookie sandwich, ice cream sandwich. Yeah. And it was pretty good.
For some reason, every time I go there, I end up not getting dessert, or there's something keeping me from getting dessert.
I got sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah, I tried to get that one time, and they were out of it or something like that.
It was It was one of the greatest desserts I ever had. Yeah, sticky toffee bread pudding, and it was bananas good. It was the best thing ever. It was one of the top desserts I've had at a restaurant. So my meal was just infinitely better than everyone else's, and I'd also hadn't eaten all day and started out my meal with drinking beer in the whiskey flight. So I was on cloud 9. Everyone else had a good time, but I was I was super happy. It was great. I'd say it was one of the top 3 restaurants I've ever been at, for sure.
Maybe next time you come up, we'll go there.
Yeah, I was definitely filled with it.
God, we've resorted to talking about anything but the game at this point.
Well, because you keep dying like a fucking idiot, so I've had to watch you walk through this same door.
There's no such thing as finesse in this game. There's no skill in this dojo.
We still have not played a game which you haven't been shit at.
Okay, to be fair, I'm alright at Resident Evil.
Okay, I'll give you that one. The Resident Evil hasn't been bad. We've had a couple bad Resident Evil moments.
I mean, we are playing the game on hard mode too, so.
Yeah, but you keep saying hard mode is normal mode because easy mode's too easy.
Because easy mode is too easy. They give you 7 weapons right at the beginning that are fully loaded.
So you're playing on normal mode. It's hard mode, but it's the normal mode then.
But it's called hard mode. It's doing the Capcom thing where there is no normal mode. There's either twist your balls or fucking gently pat your ass and scoot you along.
But then the twist your balls is the normal mode. Then there is beginner, easy mode, and then there's hard mode, which is the normal mode, which is the mode you should play on.
Huh. I don't know. Ah. Tau.
It's like, do you want to play Halo on easy, or do you want to play Halo on like heroic?
You know,
Like,
if we ever get a chance, like if we use your Roxio, I kind of want to do a stream of one of us playing one of the Halo games with like all skulls on and legendary difficulty.
as long as we don't have to play it, like, as long as there's not a skull that takes away the HUD.
No, yeah,
I'm
no
fine.
blind, because blind is just ridiculous.
It's just irritating.
Oh,
I feel like I haven't watched anything new happen in like 20 minutes.
I know. I'm ready to give up. Oh.
I'll go back
Oh.
to food though. Yeah, April made.
This game is terrible.
I'll go back to food, and the reason why I keep going back to food is I didn't sleep last night, and I haven't had anything to eat in a pretty decent amount of time. So before we streamed, I ate like a quick piece of this cheesecake because she made it last night and it just finished up like this morning. It. Bullets of facts. This entire game is the Matrix, but it's like Matrix 3, like the not good one.
We're the only Tau that has psychic powers. We can slow time. That's the other interesting thing about the Tau. They have no such thing as psychic powers. They have no
God,
presence in the world.
You're really good at picking shit things. The Tau just sound like.
Physically, like, they are the worst race, like, of all time. Like, I literally just picked them because they have cool giant robots.
And even then, like. Like, does cool giant robot make up for the fact that you're basically playing as, like, the most boring people in the universe?
Well, the Tau army is also comprised of multiple races. Like, you also have the Kroot, which are actually really cool. I actually really like the Kroot. They're like weird green bird people, and it's like part
Can
of
you
their
not
culture.
die? Can you shut up and not die? Can you
Yeah.
just pay attention and not die?
There we go. I didn't die. Are you happy? Are you proud of me, Daddy? Are you proud?
Because we finally just got a checkpoint there.
Oh fuck! I threw.
And now I don't hate myself.
Okay, I have a stubber. I want to see how good this is. I want to see how this does.
Alright, I understand that it's called a stubber in this game, but that looks a little bit realistic, don't you think? That looks like it may be based off a real life thing. I just can't quite put my finger on it though.
It looks like an M16. I love that you could be a Tau Fire Warrior running around with a fucking stub rifle. And it was doing better than my pulse rifle. A pulse rifle does way more damage than a stubber.
I don't see any proof on your side. The game's
Okay.
making it look pretty clear like your pulse rifle is.
Okay, if I
Like-
remember my Tau my stats, because both my armies, both the armies I play use these weapons. Okay. A pulse rifle is strength 5, AP 5, I think range 30. And then a stubber is, I think, range 10, strength 3, AP 0. So, if that gives you an idea.
Yeah, it gives me a little bit of an idea of what we're working with here. But once again, who gives a shit? This gun looks a lot better.
Too bad I don't get.
Looks
They
like
didn't
it-
give me any ammo for it.
Because like
I can't put down the pulse rifle either, by the way. Like if I try to pick up a weapon, new weapon while I'm using the pulse rifle, it switches my other weapon out. So I'm Tau, and it would be dishonorable if I put down my pulse rifle, I guess. All right, we're gonna Morrow into this guy to death. I think I just found ammo for the stubber. Oh, and the explosion got me. So much like the last checkpoint, we're going to see a lot of this one.
can we not do this? My head hurts. This is so bad. This is such a bad game. This is like getting my teeth pulled.
Oh wait, I could fire the stubber on semi-automatic. Sweet. Why does it do more damage?
Because this is an alternate universe where the rules of life don't give a shit about your nerd things, like numbers and statistics.
Also, it seems like all the light effects on the level are now phasing through the environment. And lagging the game.
They sold this. They sold this game at like $60 a pop. It's a great game, according to IGN.
Well, IGN's full of assholes anyway, so... Oh,
I just want to. I'm gonna do a little research.
this is terrible. I refuse to believe that the stubber is like out of having used a las pistol, a las gun, and a pulse gun. Somehow the fucking stubber automatic rifle is the best weapon out of those. Watch this thing be somehow better than a bolter when I finally find one. Oh, and this... Oh. I hate this.
I know, man. I know.
I just need to get out of this room so I can, like, you know, get frame rate back. There we go. Open sesame. Come on, open the door. Please open the door. Pretty please.
Pretty, come on, let us through, please. I don't wanna.
Oh, it's an elevator, okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna start naming off games that got worse reviews than this game.
Alright, and I'll probably softly weep. Go ahead, go.
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard got a 7.7 from IGN. This is a better game than Resident Evil 7.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
Space Hulk Deathwing, a game that on the like 10 best Warhammer games got like 10th, I believe. By the way, I lied. This game's not on that list.
Okay, thank God.
I might have been imagining it. Maybe it isn't on here. Yeah, I don't actually think it's on here. That's my bad. It got a 6.4. It's okay. This game is a better game than Space Hulk Deathwing.
I haven't played Space Hulk Deathwing, so I don't know yet. But I heard it's suffering from a lot of bugs and issues right now.
The newest episode of the Walking Dead Telltale game got an 8.2. It is just slightly better than this game.
Very close to giving up if this frame rate doesn't recover, by the way.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
Because I optimized the settings of my emulator, and this should be running fine. Like, if I turn on Final Fantasy 12 right now, it'll run perfectly.
Final Fantasy 15 got an 8.2. This game and Final Fantasy 15 are of equal quality.
No. No, they aren't. No. Hey, look, the Orca's here, guys.
We're getting somewhere. Life finds a way. Life.
Oh, I'm being shot.
The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition for the PC got a 7.3.
You shut your whore mouth.
This is a better game.
Shut your whore mouth.
The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition for the Xbox One and the PS4 got 8s. This game is better than Skyrim as a whole.
To be fair, how legit was IGN in 2003 though?
Honestly, I think they're more legit than they were now.
I've discovered a new heresy.
I think they're more legit than they are now because back then they had it was game reviews via magazine and websites were more relevant. People looked at those more because there wasn't a Let's Play community where instead of looking to see what someone rated a game, you could just watch someone play a game and decide if you liked it better. See what you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna chalk it up to it being just this area for now. So we're going to see... Because, alright, now we're back at normal frame rate. I can actually fight now.
I can see. Have you played Eternal Crusade?
Yes. Remember we tried streaming that, and you commented on how they all look like, how all the Space Marines look like Buzz Lightyear.
What do you think of that game?
It's better than this. Granted, but there
IGN.
it is critically considered a bad game. I do know that.
IGN gave it a 5.3. It is mediocre. This game is 2 levels better than the... 3 levels better. I'm sorry. 3 levels better than this game.
Now, I can't say anything as far as the comparison to this game goes, because... well, I will say something, because Eternal Crusade is definitely a better game than this. I will say, though, that Eternal Crusade... I can't recommend Eternal Crusade to anybody who's not a hardcore 40k fan.
The BioShock collection that includes BioShock 1, a great game, BioShock 2, not so great game, and BioShock Infinite, and all the single-player DC. And BioShock Infinite is a pretty decent game.
Oh.
Not as good as 1, but it's still a pretty decent game.
Nick.
It got an 8.2. Why are we still here?
It kicked us all the way back here.
I'm just going to keep doing this, because if I look at the screen any longer, I might puke.
It kicked us all the way back here. I can't. I can't do this anymore, Nick. I'm wounded. We were talking about doing a punishment stream for me using the save state while playing Resident Evil. This might be it. I feel very punished right now.
Do you feel like you made good decisions today?
No, I do not. I'm recovering from a cold, and this is the worst thing that happened to me this weekend. I will do round 2 of a cold rather than play this game. The common cold gets a higher rating with me than this game. I love that weird little yeah they do as they die.
I'm sure that makes the game infinitely better. You know what's the best part? I'm like scrolling through IGN's ratings, and there are ones that are just like giving me like, "Are you shitting me? Are you shit?" The newest Doom, which if you haven't played it yet, it is the best Doom game to come out in a very long time, and it is very reminiscent of the original Doom, and it really holds up.
It's also the only Doom game to come out in a very long time.
Yeah, but I mean like the newest Doom is legit, like straight legit.
Oh no, yeah, I actually want to get it. It looks really
7.1.
They must have like got either made the curve get stricter or something.
It seems like some of their rating is based on graphic and like lasting ability and stuff, and this game just didn't hold up over time, so it looks worse. But like, even if I think about this game versus like the games we were playing in 2003 and 2004 that were similar, like this isn't better than Halo. This isn't better
I'll put it
than
this
like,
way: this is on the same console and came out around the same time as Legacy of Kain Defiance. Does this look as good as Legacy of Kain Defiance?
no. But like I'm looking at similar genre because like comparing like Legacy of Kain and this, that's two different things. But like we were like not very far away from Star Wars Battlefront, which honestly the original Star Wars Battlefront doesn't look much better than this game.
It does look better though.
It does look better, but the gameplay is infinitely better. And then it just
Oh. I play a 40k game. Like, alright, I want to play a 40k game so I can run around with a bolter or like a las gun or like swing around a chainsword. What am I doing? Playing a first-person shooter where I'm using a generic-looking assault rifle.
It's just really depressing because I've been flipping through IGN, and I wanted to talk about this before, but I kind of got sidetracked. IGN is highly irrelevant at this point in my life.
Oh, they're poop.
So, like, I'm looking at some of the reviews that they've given games, and it's really funny to me because they have to be reviewing things at different standards. I'm sure if I read the reviews, I would be seeing different standards. But like, they're giving games like Pro Soccer 17 or something like that, like a 9.5. You know?
Yeah.
Like a 9.5. Meanwhile, a game like
Resident Evil 7 gets a fucking 7.1.
And even like Stardew Valley, which is actually a very good game.
Oh yeah,
an
Becca's
8.8.
logged a ton of hours with it.
I'm excited. I got it in that humble indie bundle pack I got. I'm super happy. That was like the greatest purchase I've made in a long time.
In the silence that is the grim dark future.
They gave Tom Clancy's The Division, which I actually think is a pretty good game, a 6.7 across the board for each of its platforms. What are they judging it on? The game was like, I don't know. IGN's shit. IGN no music. This game's shit. IGN's shit.
Oh yeah, this game does have no music. It's really weird. Honestly, I'll take that. They probably wasted the entire sound budget on getting Tom Baker to say stuff at the beginning.
Like the one guy's website said, they did run out of money after a while and have to like cut some things. So, whether you find this game amusing or not, or entertaining or not, Rocket League for the Xbox One got an 8. This game's better than Rocket League, the game that like for a good couple months there took everyone by storm, and literally everyone was playing it.
I know, I really kind of want to play it. Like, it actually looks legitimately fun.
But I'm sure if I go back and I read like reviews of like games back then, I'll be like, how in the world did they give like this crappy game such a high review? You know,
Like
I'm sure if I
it's a Medal of Honor ripoff. It's Medal of Honor. That's why it got so high, because it's Medal of Honor. Uh,
God, someday I'll play you. I've been meaning to get around to it.
remember when Medal of Honor was the definitive World War II shooter?
No. That was so short-lived.
It right up until Call of Duty happened. Uh, what the hell? I think this guy just committed suicide to get out of this game.
I hope he did.
Oh, I forgot we have like the gross towel hands.
Ah, you know what this game's better than?
What?
This is a good one. This game is better than. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking. It's for a different platform. Let me try and find the correct platform. This game's better than Star Wars Battlefront. Like the new one.
Okay, okay. I was about to say. This game probably is better than the new one. To be honest. Oh. God, that game had no lifespan with me. Like, I haven't touched it since, like, pretty much the year I got it.
Probably haven't touched it since I like came over and played it that one weekend.
I think I played it a little bit after that, and that was it. Because, like, they put out a free map pack. You know what I hate in games? You know what I really hate in games? Barriers that do damage. Especially in first-person shooters, where you have a hitbox, the side, like, that's designed like you're wearing a refrigerator box over your head. No reason. I hate this.
I know you do. I mean, you made this choice. This was all you.
I didn't think this was going to be this bad. This is phenomenal. Ah. By the way, Battlefield 1's on sale. I think.
Again?
Yeah. Oh, let's see if Battlefield 1 got a better rating than this. Go.
Hold on.
Uh,
That's weird. So I've been ripping on this game for a while now. Oh, that's the PC version. Let me see if I can find the PS2 version.
I bet you the PC version of this actually probably isn't completely terrible.
It got lower ratings.
What was the metaphor for my life?
It got like a 6, the PC version, but the PS2 version got an 8.1. Battlefield 1 IGN.
It would be bad, but not this bad.
Oh, yeah.
My stupid frisbee grenades will get you.
Every time I look back at the computer, I see how slow it's going, and I'm just like, well... I want you to name some Warhammer games and try to guess whether or not they got a higher or lower review than the PS2 copy of this game.
Okay, Space Marine.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm still finding the answer to the Battlefield 1 question. Whether it got a higher or lower review. Oh my god, every time I look back at the screen, I get more and more depressed. I want to eat food. I haven't had food in forever.
This is making you stress eat.
Okay, so you said Space Marine?
Yeah. Just Warhammer
Okay.
40k Space Marine.
Okay. So, I want you to guess. Did you get a higher or lower review?
I'm gonna say it got about the same.
Lower. It got a 7.5.
Wow. Space Marine's a better game than this. Okay, Dawn of War 2.
The original?
Go for Dawn of War 2.
Dawn of War 2 for the PC. Okay, did you get a higher or lower review?
I'm gonna say higher.
It did, actually. Got a 9.
Good, because Dawn of War 2 deserves it. It's a really good strategy game. How about Dawn of War Soulstorm?
Okay, did it get a higher or lower review?
I'm gonna say lower.
Yes! It got a 7.
Okay, good. That's the game with the boxes. Our enemies hide in metal boxes. That quote that I've probably no doubt told you about before.
Yeah, you've showed me like the clips from it and stuff.
Yeah. That's also the one that had the Battle Brothers, Space Marines, like that weird speech. Today the enemy will die and we will kill them.
So, according to this one list I found from Paste Magazine, as of 2015, the best Warhammer game to ever come out was called Blood Bowl.
People really like it. It's a Warhammer 40. Well, I don't know if there's a 40k version, but there's a Warhammer Fantasy like football game called Blood Bowl.
Yeah. The second best Warhammer game to ever come out was Warhammer Dark Omen.
All right, I'm not counting these because they're both Warhammer Fantasy games.
Yeah. The highest one that is specifically Warhammer 40k. There's Final Liberation, and then there's Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate.
Never heard of it.
It's a turn-based squad RPG, basically XCOM or Jagged Alliance set in the 40k universe, with accurately modeled troop types.
That actually sounds kind of cool. What's that called again? What's it for?
PC came out in 1998, called Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate.
I'll have to check that out. That actually sounds neat.
Yeah, the Tenet Order, it's a sequel to the game that came in 10th called Shadow of the Horned Rat. Age of Reckoning, Dawn of War 2, Armageddon, Dawn of War, Space Marine, Chaos Gate, Final Liberation.
Oh. Oh, fucking hell.
Are we still playing this?
Yes.
Like, oh, brother.
Alright, I will have mercy. If you want, we will switch.
If I could keep going, I want to see something. I don't.
Alright.
Is there like a cheat code? Can you find a cheat code to skip to like the next level or something?
I don't know, you look it up.
Battlefield 1 got a 9.
Okay, at least it got a higher rating than Fire Warrior. Thank fucking God it got a higher rating than goddamn Fire Warrior. I don't even care anymore, I'm just hitting random buttons.
Game FAQs gave the PS2 version a solid 64%.
Oh, that's an F, so...
Oh, there's not even fucking. There's not even cheat codes.
There's nothing to make this game more interesting, like no god mode, no like mode where I could play as the Emperor or something.
This is literally what the game FAQ lists. To unlock the hard difficulty setting, you got to beat the game on normal. You got to beat the game on easy to get the level select for easy. Beat the game on hard to get the level select for hard. Beat the game on normal to get the level select for normal. To get unlimited health, you need to beat hard mode with a C or higher for every level, including training. To get unlimited shield, you need to just beat the hard difficulty setting. To get unlimited ammo, you need to beat normal with an A on every level.
That's really dumb. That's really, really dumb.
This game is really, really, really bad.
I'm just gonna run for it. I don't care. Fuck this. Fuck. Get out of my way.
True.
What?
Just curious.
Yes.
What do you think IGN rated Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS2?
Don't tell me it's lower than Fire Warrior. I will cry. There's no god if it's lower than Fire Warrior.
Just, I want you to guess a number.
8. Please say 8.
I will remind you, Fire Warrior got an 8.1.
It better at least have an 8.
7.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you hurt me so?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, arguably the best shooter to be on the PS2, and one of the best Star Wars shooting games of all time, got a 7. It is merely good. Its community rating is an 8.8, but its IGN rating is a 7.
Good, because the people at IGN don't have brains made of asbestos. I can't actually do this game anymore. I've seen this same trench like 70 times. I feel like I'm actually getting like some form of like trench fever or something. Yeah, no. We'll be back.
Yeah, you got a 7.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line. We'll be back, kids.